What's happening, folks? Now, I love RimWorld. I don't have a lot of hours compared to you guys, more than likely, but you know those people that get the itch to play The Sims once or twice a year and play it non-stop? Yeah, that itch is needing scratched. And with Anomaly coming out in a few days, I thought I'd wet my whistle with a new little tribe. So I always go tribal start. I guess I just like to start from the absolute basics and then work my way up. Cassandra Classic on Strive to Survive. I hit random a few times for the seed until I come up with this one. Convenient. Gives me comforting vibes. I'm adding all the available factions, which I've never actually done before, so this will be interesting. Here we are. Convenient land. Very rivery. So in that case, let's go for this little spot here. It's mountainous, and it's got granite and marble, and caves. That means bugs. Fuck it, for the plot. Now, for ideology, we're going to go Loyalist Abstract Theists. Try saying that 3 times fast. I slap the randomised deities button until B. Cabrin. Now, I read something else, so I'm going to change that. Now, all this boring stuff you don't need to watch. It'll become important when it becomes important. All we need to know is that we worship a big crab in the sky. We have an Eltex dagger called Chitin Breaker. And of course the sacred animal is cats. Here we are. Crabtianity. Save that for all future colonies. We won't do a full rundown of everyone here. We'll learn about them as we go on, but we've got all of our basics covered to get us set up and some interesting relationship dynamics. Okay, with all the setup done, let's get to some RimWorld diaries. We've got a really nice big map here, big open areas, good spots for digging into, and this big beautiful river running right through it. I'm quite excited. We've got 3 insect nests that I'll need to be cautious of, so I'll need to try and babysit my tribe so they don't wander into some pointy mandibles. Oh nice, and we've got an anima tree. We'll call this spot Anima Grove. Let's see what animals we've got. We've got Pong the quagga? Ah, okay, Funky Zebra. And we've got 2 cats, Limbo and Sadie. We'll restrict them all to home so they don't also become insect food. Everyone's geared up, so let's find some shelter. This old building will do. Just fill in the gaps and convert the outside bit into a pen for any little chimkins that we get. Now, I've got a bunch of mods installed, too many to list, but basically the majority of Vanilla Expanded and the Dubs Hygiene mod are our biggest game changers. As you can see, I've got a little outhouse for us to make the poopies, and we can use that for fertiliser later with research. Speaking of fertiliser, let's get some crops going. Looks like there's some good fertile soil right next to us. We'll till some patches and get us the basics. Tatties, rice, cotton and heel root. A successful day 1, I'd say. I have the manager desk mod to help us with basic resource management, so while they sleep I'll get to setting up bits and bob to keep us alive. Hopefully. Day 2, everyone rises from a nice sleep on the comfy concrete floor. I get some basic armour and backpacks set up, but we don't have a dedicated crafter, so it might take a while for this to finish. We start researching some basic furniture to get some better sleeping arrangements, and I was wondering why the folks weren't repairing the walls until I realised I hadn't claimed them. Day 3 and the little shelter's taking shape. I get a burn pit set up to use as a temporary crematorium that uses poop as fuel. I can smell it already. With the campfire close by, I get some basic food bills prepped while we search for some steel. It'd be a good little hangout spot in the evening, I reckon. This is Zaro, our resident cook and medical practitioner. Look at him go, keeping us alive and fed. Then we have Blue, our grandpa and keen gardener. Here we have Dopeo, our hunter who thinks he's a scholar it seems. Mabel, our own builder extraordinaire and mining expert. Vera, who's the wise one with the silver tongue. She'll be doing all of our research. Day 4 and Dopeo took a little wander a bit too close to the bugs and I panicked. Since we have this big mountain in front of us, let's dig in and see what horrors we are on there. Oh, components. Nice. Oh, we've got a mad guinea pig. Everyone, battle stations. Time to prove your worth. Okay, that could have been better. Anyway, now we can make slightly better beds. Time for scarecrows to protect the crops. Start of day 6 and we get new beds installed, we've found some steel, and Zaro is finishing up the last of the war masks. Look at all those handsome hidden faces. While Sadie nibbles on a rat, Zaro suggests we name our little community. I hit randomise a couple of times, but nothing was standing out to me. We worship crabtianity. We need everyone to know. Red Lobster gang in the spirit of the American restaurant. I've never eaten there. I'm a simple Scotsman, so I have no idea if they even serve crab. Our settlement should be named after our beautiful environment. Mount Seaver. No. The Flowing Mountain. No. The Watery Rock. No. Rivertain. I'm a fucking genius. A couple of endangered Tasmanian devils waltz in. It suggests that I tame them to protect them, but sadly I'll need to leave them to nature's fate. I don't have the spare food. Speaking of food, why is Zaro not cooking up some tasty pemmican? Ah, I see. Our manager hasn't gotten round to marking any for hunting. Zaro found some berries to cook at least. I'll fiddle with the priorities to make sure this doesn't happen again. We've got to grips with ourselves, so it's time to Dolly Parton it and give everyone a 95. It is a way to make a living after all, and we're barely getting by. Day 6, and Vera's getting the jobs assigned for today, thankfully. Zaro goes for some shroomies and gets a fright by the creepy crawlies round the corner. They are now the forbidden shrooms. We set up some nice wooden floors in the shelter, and some vagabonds are looking for some medicine. I'm feeling quite generous, and we can grow more than we need. Before I can even give them the medicine, we get our first raid. Oh, a nip. A 13-year-old black outlaw. I wonder how we'll fare against this formidable foe. I send Vera to give the vagabonds some aid, and then it's time to take up arms against our angsty teenager. Well, that was... yeah. This reminds me it's probably worth it to build a prison. We might get someone useful and try to convert them to our salty ways. Zaro once again goes for the forbidden shrooms. I have the allow all tool, and I am the tool that keeps pressing it occasionally. Then Mabel. She's going for the forbidden jelly. I get them both out with only Mabel taking a scratch. Or 7. Day 7, work starts on the prison cell. We buy all the pemmican from a visitor. I started planning out individual rooms for everyone to start work the next day. I realised the time, and I should probably feed myself, so I leave the colony in stasis while I go and cook my own dinner. Day 8 begins with a light snack for the cats, and the prison is almost complete. We finish scarecrows and I start work towards better furniture. Day 9 is nothing really exciting. Maybe we'll start speeding up a bit. I think Cassandra's given us a little break. Day 11, summer begins. Doppio chases a deer into a hive, which turns into an ordeal, but hey, one hive dealt with. Oh, looks like someone snuck past. Day 12, Zaro's peg legs seem to be tasty to the bugs. Those bugs must be termites. We start researching stone cutting and get some shelves in the stockroom. Day 13 and we get a well wide. Why am I like this? Well, this person looks worthy of recruiting. They have a shotgun, so we should be careful. Doppio takes a square on shot. Nasty. But he has the tough trait, so he should be okay. Zaro downs Shiro, and we get Vera to patch her up enough to take her to the prison cell for carcinization. Day 15, we stock up on pemmican and set up a little fishing area. Day 16, and Zaro and Mabel fall in love. Mabel is the ex-wife of Blue, so this'll be interesting. He seems happy enough about it. Day 17, we accept some refugees. They'll help with hauling and cleaning. Ignore my priorities if it upsets you. They can hurt you. We start learning how to use our poop for fertilizer. Day 18, one of our rituals is due, so I plop a spot in a nice area. The following day, we start the cookout. I didn't expect much, to be honest, but there's no negative if it sucks. Oh, our successful hangout attracted Stone, a crafting and construction monster. Cassandra's been very kind. He looks like a Wookiee Dominic Toretto. Day 21, and our dynamic flooding mod has the river breaking its banks. Pretty cool. Shiro decides it's time for some fresh air, but Vera was already there to give her some kinetic encouragement back to her cell. Day 22, when you can use the poop grow on our crops now. Time for beer. Oh, and look, Donkey is fishing. Why not throw some likes and subscribes in there for her to catch? Day 23, and Zaro proposes to Mabel. Lovebirds happening so quickly. It's so cute. Oh, immediately the Kai Coalition said they're not happy with this marriage and raid us. Sayo and Kamsar are vastly outnumbered, so this should be a cakewalk. They try a divide and conquer tactic, but 4-on-1 is still the same odds. Yeah, easy peasy. Later that night we get an offer to betray our guests. Free power is very tempting, but I am a man of my word. No betrayal this day. Pip Grow and a little cramped party. Day 24, Blue finds himself in trouble. Red Lobster Gang standing by. Couple of scratches and Blue is a stinky. Day 25, it's time to get everyone their own room. Mabel and Zaro can finally share a bed. Oh, another red. Leah and Kyle's turn to die, I guess. This time I give Stone's animal war call ability a try, but we don't have many deadly animals in his range, and then Goose, the most dangerous creature of them all. He unleashes the murderous power of the honk. Oh dear. All this honk and nothing to kill. Sorry, Gustav. Day 26, autumn or fall has started, and now we can brew some bevies. Hopefully we can get a little haul before the winter comes in. I plan out a little hop strip, and Gustav lusts for blood, and he tames himself. Day 28, the young lovers do the loving. We get offered to become enemies of the Empire for 2 Silent Formers. Now, I have Psycast expanded, and I really want to try it, but I'm not willing to be a heretic for it. Wait, wrong universe. Stone finishes up the dorms. Stone and Blue really want some beers. Look at that speed. I have a surplus of steel, so I decided to build a bridge over what will eventually be the main mountain base. Stone is so fast. I'm so thankful for Cassandra giving me him. All the guys get a little mood boost thanks to a soothe. Dopeo celebrates that by calling Stone a salamander. Day 28. Lynx is hunting the young refugee. We need to get her to safety. Oh. Mabel's the target now. Try and shoot it down. Shit. Can't knock an arrow quick enough. Blue, get in there. Save your ex-wife. Zaro, use the shotgun. Save your fiancé. Blue's coming in with the peeler. Blue's pylum hit Mabel. She died from her wounds. Fuck. She just got engaged. Zaro finishes the Lynx while his wife that was to be lays there. Blue throws another Pelum and almost gets Zaro. Just stop, Blue. You've done enough damage today. 28 days. Mabel and Zaro could have been the first to bring in a little crablet, or they just simply live out their lives happily with each other. We promptly get a grave dug, and Zaro buries his love. The funeral begins with a speech from Vera. Hopefully our way with words are on our side this day. No, that was terrible. Well done, Vera. Okay, that's going to do it for the first episode. If you got this far, thanks for watching. I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm sort of just winging it at the moment. I'd hoped to get this video out a long time before Anomaly, but life just, gets in the way. And I'm hoping that 1.5 doesn't screw up this save so that we can continue with the new expansion. Failing that, this was a good proof of concept. If you let me know what was good, what was bad, what I can do better. Again, I have no editing experience or anything like that, so this is me sort of learning on the go, and I would really appreciate it if you joined me for this journey. Anyway, have a good one.